What's up, Bone here, and today I'm going to be reviewing pretty much the new game Burstfire. In my opinion, and a lot of other people's, according to the reviews on Steam, after some Rainbow Six Siege gameplay came out, it is pretty much a complete knockoff of it. I agree, and I do kind of regret getting the game near full price when now on G2A Games it's 99 cents almost. And I honestly wish I got it for that instead of spending $15 on it when it first came out first day. Watching it on G2A Games, it went from about the original $15 price to about $7 within a few days, and within about a week afterwards now, it is now down to about 99 cents. I think one copy was being sold for 96. And so you can kind of tell how the player base and how much the players like the game now has really gone since the release. Pretty much the game is, like I said, a knockoff of Rainbow Six Siege. I think that the developers for this one pretty much saw some Rainbow Six Siege gameplay and thought, well, we can add in our own few features and release it before Rainbow Six Siege comes out, and we can get some free money, basically, and we'll still update it, but people will complain when Rainbow Six Siege comes out. It's just a knockoff, and we will deal with that. We will understand it. So that's probably what their concept was. I can't say that was because I'm not the developers and I'm not the publisher, but that's honestly what I think they thought. Returning back to the gameplay, actually. The gameplay is decent. It kind of sets an insight into Rainbow Six Siege, like I said, but it has its falling points. The mechanics of bullets, that is very good. It doesn't take too many bullets to take down your enemy, and the guns do appropriate damage according to the type of round they have. But the player models and some of the features that the players can do, like peeking around corners, I think that there are some issues with the hitbox when a player is peeking around a corner, because in sometimes I've shot someone who's peeking around a corner and I don't even get a hit marker because the hitbox or there was a collision box or something that wasn't lined up correctly. Maps-wise, there are currently only 2 maps. There is one that's kind of a convention center office setting, and one that's kind of a Middle Eastern compound. Most of the time I end up playing the convention center. I don't know why. There's really no built-in option to choose what map and what side you're on. And that really annoys me because 9 out of 10 times I end up on the defending side. Getting some of the attacking footage was some of the hardest thing to do because for the first hour I actually played the game, I was defending most of the time, and I was mostly on the convention center map. So I learned that map pretty well, and then I went on to the compound map. And that one I liked a bit more, but there are more points of entry. You can blow open a lot more walls and floors and ceilings, and there's a lot more ways in. You can get up into the upper floors from the outside, and that allows people to basically get more angles on you, and it's a little harder to defend, but I honestly like the challenge more. Item-wise, they have several items for defense. They have a shield that has a slit in it, so you can use it and shoot out of it, but it's completely useless against a good sniper. Then they have Ied Bombs that you can kind of stick on a wall, and it shoots out a laser, and if someone passes through that laser, then the bomb goes off and either kills them or causes a pretty decent amount of damage. I think one of the most useless things that should be more useful is the door block, or the thing to cover up the doorway. It's basically plywood in-game, and it's very easy to take down. It really has no durability, and so it's there kind of just a signal that someone's trying to come in from that area, but it really provides no cover, no protection, and really not much of a defense against anything. Then we have the wall reinforcement that can also be used on floors and ceilings depending on where it is. Not all walls and ceilings and floors can be broken through. They have certain areas that can, and that allows for another access of entry and another angle you can shoot down on your enemy on. And that's honestly very useful, and I think that the barricade is very, very powerful in that situation where it defends from the wall getting broken in, and it does work, but you only get 2, and so you really have to, or I think you get 1, and so you have to choose wisely on where you put it. Matchmaking is probably the worst thing in the game. That has not been optimized worth a damn. Basically, the matches run 2 to 5 minutes. Matchmaking can be 5 to 10 minutes if you're lucky. Sometimes I'm in a queue for 15 minutes, and then I finally get tired of waiting, and the queue I was in has 5 players. I leave the queue, join another one, and I join a queue that has 7 or 8 players, and that's a little aggravating that they don't optimize it to fill up matches effectively. So there's some server queues that run for plenty of time and don't have anyone join for some wild reason, yet other server queues load up in a matter of seconds. Teamwork and voice over IP is a major thing that you should be really utilizing in this game. The VoIP really works well if your whole team can communicate. They can kind of tell where all the other enemies are, and if your team doesn't use it, then it suffers a bit, but quite oftenly you don't really suffer that much if your team is somewhat trained. Teamwork is a major deciding factor on who wins and who loses. The team that generally runs around all over the place and kind of fans out tends to get shot up very quickly and they get defeated. But the team that kind of stays together and tactically moves and stays behind cover as much as possible tends to win quite oftenly. I currently think that the game is not worth the $15 it's at right now, priced on Steam, but if you get it on G2AGames.com, it is about 96 cents, I believe. And that is a pretty damn good deal. The value of the game really has gone down, and the reviews have gone from positive to negative mostly. Well, that's pretty much all for this video. Check out G2AGames.com. I can give you a discount code that another YouTuber has, and I'd recommend looking at G2A for your other games, because they have really cheap games on all platforms. Yeah. But that's pretty much all. Happy gaming, and take it easy.